What's going on, everybody? Kyle here from United Softwash. Very exciting day here at the shop. We're rolling out a new product. A lot of people have been waiting on this, and it's been a long time in the making. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. All right. Y'all been asking for this thing, guys, and sheesh, this thing is sweet right here. A lot of bang for your buck. These skids are gonna come in around right under $16,000, guys, so $15,000 and change, and it's a complete turnkey rig. We do have financing. If you're interested, reach out to us. Before we deep dive into all of the specs and equipment we've put on here, guys, do me one favor. Hit the pause on the video and drop what city and state you guys are in, or what country. Represent for your city, you know what I'm saying? I want to know how far of a reach we have with the channel right now. The channel's been growing, so if you're new, please subscribe. But won't waste any more of your time. We'll jump into this skid. Very well designed, guys. We wanted a user-friendly skid that was easy to maintain, do maintenance on, and do troubleshooting and stuff like that. So very well thought out rig here. Quick turnaround. We're thinking anywhere from 6 to 7 weeks on these skids, guys. We've teamed up with some great companies to weld up the skid and get equipment and tanks and hoses. So we've partnered up with some great companies, and we can get these skids to you Honda powered with anywhere from 6 to 7 weeks. So let's jump right into it. All right, everybody, starting with the aluminum skid first. We chose aluminum for a number of reasons, but the biggest reason being longevity, guys. We want these skids to last a really long time for you. They're very well built. No corners were cut. You're not missing any material. This isn't the skeleton of a skid. This is a full skid, so you have complete decking on the main deck itself, as well as on both shelves. You can see that each skid comes with a ladder rack. We designed it that way. That way, you know, you're not gonna have to pay an additional charge or anything to have one welded on whenever you get home. It comes with it. Also comes with a custom cradle for a surface cleaner. This is a Whisper Wash 19-inch classic, guys, not to be confused with the BE Whirlaway, which is also a yellow product, but this is a far superior surface cleaner. I'll put in some footage right now of the actual cradle. That way you can see how it's designed and fabbed up. So take a look at that now. All right, guys, here we go. We have a professional surface cleaner mount right here. It's very important that you have a dedicated place to put this piece of equipment. You could see that we've welded on some tabs right there to the surface cleaner handles. That way we could push this rod right through and hold it in place with a pin. That way this surface cleaner is not going anywhere when you're going down the road, and you don't have to fight with bungee cords or anything like that. You have a professional looking mount. This skid is coming in at a length of 74 inches long, guys. So most full-size trucks, you're not gonna have a problem putting this skid inside of it. Inside the bed, the width is 52 inches across. You can see that it's designed where you could easily forklift this product in and out of your truck. So unlike a flatbed truck where if your truck goes down, you know, you're kind of out of the loop because all of your equipment's bolted to it, this could easily be forklifted into another truck and you could keep on working. One of the first things you'll notice when looking at this rig is you'll notice that we've placed all three of our Summit 12-inch aluminum hose reels on the passenger side of the truck. And we did that by design, guys. That way, whenever you pull up to the property, all of your hoses are curbside. That way you can easily start pulling them to the house. You're not gonna be sitting here fighting, pulling hoses from the back, or even worse, pulling hoses from the driver's side of the truck to the property. They're all right here on the same side, so you could easily get to work and be more efficient. On the right-hand side here, we have 200 feet of red Curry Tech ag hose, and we also have your Softwash wand right here. This is your 12-volt Softwash setup. So if you're washing some really dirty bricks and you want to throw a hot mix down, or you're going up there and cleaning an asphalt shingle roof, something like that, you break out your 12-volt system right here. Right here in the middle, we need to add another stretch, but we're gonna put 150 foot of Flexzilla garden hose, and that's gonna fill your buffer tank inside of the skid. Then right here on the left-hand side is your high pressure hose. Your workhorse right here, we have 200 feet of gray non-marking hose. This is gonna be what you're gonna use on a daily basis, guys. And last but not least, right above that, we have the newest version of our Suds remote box. It's going to be on our website very shortly, but I like to call it the 2.0. Basically, that's going to allow you to remotely control when you spray chemical versus when you rinse. Also comes with some cool bells and whistles. Let me grab a remote real quick and I'll show you. So with every purchase of a Suds box or a purchase of this skid or a trailer of ours, you're going to get 2 remotes with your remote downstream box, guys. And if you're new to pressure washing, downstreaming, guys, just so you know, means that you're injecting chemical downstream of your pressure washing pump through a downstream injector. All right. Now the point of this product right here is to save you a lot of steps and a lot of time throughout today, you know, and then you can remotely control when you're spraying chem versus rinsing instead of going back and forth to the truck. And then you could do this all while spraying at low pressure. You know, another way to, you know, control when you're spraying chemical versus not is using high and low pressure tips, but this allows you to do all of your washing at low pressure. So just hitting your remote right there, turning it on, opens up the ball valve. One of the many upgrades on this new product right here is we've went from a stainless motorized ball valve to a PVC valve. We've also upgraded the switch and antenna, the box, and also now using industrial cable glands for incoming power, and our switch antenna up there. But easy as that, you just hit off and you're not pulling chem anymore. This product comes with the voltage meter, an on and off switch, dual USB ports, that way you could charge any of your electronics that you need to charge when you're out washing, as well as another port that you could put an external light on top of your roof. That way if you're working on a boom lift, knocking out some really big commercial stuff, no matter where you're at, you'll be able to see your light on top of your truck. So for the pressure washer itself, guys, we're going with Honda. We only wanted to use what we think is the best of the best, guys. So we threw a Honda GX 390 on here, murdered out, and it's tied to a belt drive general pump right here. So 5.5 gallon a minute, guys, at 3,000 PSI. More than enough to do commercial, very large residential. It's definitely a great setup for you. The tanks, let me lift this camera up here, guys. We have 2 tanks back here, and if you'll notice, we decided to go with a low profile tank. That way you could still see clearly out of your back glass, and you're not going to be restricted whenever looking into your rear view mirror. So safety is always paramount, and we definitely wanted you to still be able to look out of the back of your truck. Larger tanks will block that glass completely. So 100 gallons for fresh water. As soon as you hook up your Flexzilla hose, it's going to start filling this 100-gallon buffer tank. You have a 100-gallon tank for your sodium hypochlorite, and then you have a 16-gallon tank right here for your surfactant. There's a bar right here that is bolted into place. So if you ever need to move your tanks, just, you know, forward thinking in the future, if you ever need to take tanks out, we've designed it where they're not welded into place. You can actually remove that bar and pull them out. Then you have a marine grade battery back here energizing this pressure washer. One other thing that we did back here, speaking of safety, is we've added this dump valve, which also seconds as a hand wash station or an eye wash station. That way, if you accidentally get some chemical in your eyes, you could come right to the back of your truck, start washing your face and stuff like that. This is an electric start unit, guys, so we put the pressure washer where it's easily accessible. You have room to do maintenance if you need to slide that pump off for any reason. Everything is right here, right up front. You could also, if for some reason your keyless start or your key start right here goes bad or something, you're right in a position where you could start the motor via the hand pull. Coming around to this side of the truck, guys, you can see one of my favorite things, which is this large diamond plate toolbox by UWS. You know, one of the biggest downfalls with skid units is they're a small footprint, guys, so you don't have a ton of space. It's not like a big 7 by 14 foot tandem axle trailer, you know. So it was very important for us to be able to give you guys a solution when it comes to storage needs. Not knocking other competitors and other equipment builders and stuff. There's great equipment out there, but one of the biggest things you never see is a storage solution. So we've really designed this well where you have a large toolbox. You can put all of your chemicals, your gallon jugs, your tools inside of that box. That way you can keep your truck really tidy. For most owner operators, the truck serves as not only transportation, but it's an office space for you. So you want to keep that as clean as possible so you can keep all that junk out of your truck and in your toolbox. We also put a deep cycle 12 volt marine grade battery inside that's going to power your soft wash system. So once again, we went with Remco, and thinking from a maintenance perspective, guys, we made this really easy for you to, if you ever need to swap out a pump, it's plugged in directly right here. You just unplug your pump, and inside of your box, you have 4 wing nuts. You basically just undo the wing nuts and you pull your pump right off of the box and you're good to go. On the left-hand side right here, we did this custom fabricated mount right here for your metering manifold. And basically, if you're new to soft washing, guys, what this does is it's plumbed to 3 tanks. You have 2 1/2-inch inner diameter hoses going to fresh water, and then one's going to sodium hypochlorite. Then you have a 1/4-inch bar right here, 1/4-inch hose that's going to your surfactant. So from right here, this little control center right here, you could dial in how strong your bleach is. If you want it really strong, cleaning a shingle roof, or, you know, pre-treating a really bad driveway or something like that, you just come over here and dial up the strength of your sodium hypochlorite. Or maybe you're cleaning a really steep roof and you want to kick up your soap a notch, you turn up your soap even more. So you can handle that all right there with your 12 volt soft wash system. Don't ask me, guys, if we're putting gas roof pumps on these things. We're not going to. I have a gas pump, but I still to this day maintain that 12 volt systems are the best for day in, day out washing for most residential, guys. Yeah, gas system really comes in handy on some very large jobs, but when it comes to roof cleaning, 12 volt, you can't go wrong, guys. It's very affordable if you need to replace a pump. It's easy to maintain, and it's very simple to troubleshoot, guys. So that's why we went with that system on our aluminum skid here. All right, guys, that basically wraps things up. If you have any questions, give us a call at 919-622-0060 or check out our website, www.unitedsoftwashnc.com. We've done a walk around. You guys have seen the equipment. Basically, for the most part, this rig, the footprint itself is going to stay the same, guys. Big things like the tank sizes, the 3 hose reels on one side, a lot of this is going to stay the same. We do have some options for upgrades, one of which is going to be, if you don't want this GX 390, which I wouldn't know why you wouldn't want it, but if you want to step it up to like a V-twin engine, we could always throw a GX 630 on here, which is a 20 horsepower motor tied with a 5.5 gallon per minute pump. So we could always do that, air-cooled 4-stroke. That would come with an aluminum fuel cell up here on this shelf. Just know that if you do opt in for that upgrade, it's going to be a little bit more, and you will have to get a smaller toolbox. So that's that. When it comes to included items, guys, as always, if you buy a trailer from us, like a tandem axle trailer or an aluminum skid, you're going to get 5 gallons of the best surfactant in the game, Kamikaze. And you're also going to get 5 gallons of the best degreaser in the game, Gold Assassin. We are a distributor. If you need some of that, give us a call or check out our website. We can ship it to you, as well as our soap. Another thing you're going to get with the trailer, the skid, is this gun with this lance, as well as a charger for your 12 volt system, guys. So that's that. I appreciate you guys watching. As always, if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe and hit that notification bell. That way you could stay up to date on any future videos or product launches that we have. one last bell and whistle for this skid, guys. You know we got to throw some nice lights on there, so let's take a look. Y'all, this is fire right here. So with every trailer and with every skid, guys, we're going to throw in a light kit for your freshwater tank. All right, that way if you're going down the road or you're at a commercial setting at night, don't matter what it is, you're going to be well illuminated. People are going to be able to see you. It might drive more business. We're also going to include a light for your toolbox, guys, because if you're working at night, you know, it just makes your life a lot easier. It's these small details that we don't overlook here at United Softwash. If you want a skid that's done the right way, one that's well thought out, and one that comes in at a very competitive price point, give us a call. We'd like to hook you guys up, and we would like to change your life. If you're looking to get into this business and you want to do it the right way and have a professional setup, or maybe you want to add another rig to the fleet, we're the company for you. 919-622-0060. You guys take care. God bless you. Peace.